Welcome to the Enlight channel. If you find the video helpful and enjoyable, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our latest videos.
Today, we're diving into a topic that so many of us struggle with, but it's absolutely crucial for our success and happiness. We're talking about failure. I know, it sounds scary, right? That sinking feeling in your stomach, the voice in your head telling you that you're not good enough. We've all been there. But what if I told you that failure isn't the end? What if it's actually the beginning? Think about it. From the moment we're born, we're learning through trial and error. A baby learning to walk falls down hundreds of times. Do they just give up and decide walking isn't for them? Of course not. They get back up, a little wobbly, maybe a little teary, but they try again. That right there is the purest form of learning from failure. So why, as adults, do we become so terrified of it? Somewhere along the line, we start to see failure as a final judgment on our abilities, a big red F stamped on our foreheads. But that's just not true. Failure is a natural, unavoidable part of life. It's not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. The first and most important step on this journey is acceptance. You have to accept that failure will happen. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how hard you work, or how well you plan. Sometimes things just don't go your way, and that's okay. Accepting this reality is incredibly liberating. It takes the pressure off. When you stop seeing failure as this catastrophic event to be avoided at all costs, you free yourself up to actually try things, to take risks, and to pursue your goals with genuine passion instead of crippling fear. Accepting failure isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's saying, okay, that didn't work. What's next? And that's where the real magic begins. Once you accept a failure, you can start to learn from it. Each mistake is like a spotlight, shining a bright light on your weaknesses. This isn't to make you feel bad about yourself. It's to give you priceless information. Maybe you launched a project and it flopped. Instead of just feeling defeated, you can analyze what went wrong. Was it the marketing? The product itself? The timing? Failure forces you to look at your strategy with a critical eye. It shows you the gaps in your knowledge, the skills you need to develop, and the areas where you need to improve. Without these failures, you might just keep making the same mistakes over and over, completely blind to your own weak spots. Failure is the ultimate honest feedback. Moreover, failure is a powerful catalyst for creativity and innovation. When your usual approach doesn't work, you're forced to think outside the box. You have to find a new way, a different angle, a more creative solution. Think about some of the greatest inventions in history. Many of them were born from a series of failed experiments. The original plan didn't work, so the creator had to pivot, adapt, and innovate. When you're backed into a corner by failure, your mind opens up to possibilities you might never have considered otherwise. It's an opportunity to break free from old habits and discover something truly groundbreaking. Your best idea might just be waiting on the other side of your biggest mistake. Each time you face a setback and choose to get back up, you're building a mental muscle. This muscle is called resilience. Perseverance isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, brick by brick, with every failure you overcome. Life is going to knock you down. It's guaranteed. The question is, will you stay down, or will you find the strength to rise again? The more you practice rising from failure, the stronger your resolve becomes. You start to understand that a single event doesn't define you. This resilience will serve you in every single area of your life, from your career to your relationships. It transforms you into someone who is not easily broken, someone who can weather any storm. Failure also turbocharges your critical thinking and problem-solving skills. When everything goes smoothly, you don't really have to think that hard. You're just following a preset path. But when you hit a roadblock, your brain kicks into high gear. You have to analyze the situation, identify the core problem, brainstorm potential solutions, and then test them out. This process is an intense workout for your brain. It trains you to be a more effective thinker and a more resourceful problem solver. People who have never failed are often completely lost when faced with their first real challenge. But those who have a history of navigating failure, they know exactly how to roll up their sleeves and figure it out. So how do we make this shift? It all comes down to mindset. We need to move away from a fear of failure mindset, also known as a fixed mindset, to a learning from failure mindset, which is a growth mindset. A person with a fixed mindset believes their abilities are set in stone. Failure proves they aren't smart or talented. But a person with a growth mindset believes their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. For them, failure isn't a sign of unintelligence. It's a stepping stone for growth. It's a sign that they are pushing their boundaries and learning something new. Embracing this growth mindset is a game changer. It reframes every challenge as an opportunity. This journey also requires a heavy dose of self-compassion. When you fail, it's easy to beat yourself up. That inner critic can be ruthless, but you need to learn to treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Acknowledge your disappointment, but don't let it consume you. Understand that you are human, and making mistakes is part of the human experience. Practice self-understanding. Ask yourself why you're so upset. What fear did this failure trigger? By understanding your emotional response, you can begin to heal and move forward with a clearer head. Remember, you are your own greatest ally in this process. Be kind to yourself. If you ever doubt the power of failure, just look at history. It's filled with stories of incredibly successful people who failed, often spectacularly, before they achieved greatness. J.K. Rowling's manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by a dozen publishers. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination. These individuals didn't let their failures define them. Instead, they used them as fuel. They learned, they adapted, and they persisted. Their stories prove that failure is not a sign that you should quit. Often, it's a sign that you are on the very cusp of a major breakthrough. So, let's make a pact today. Let's stop running from failure. Let's start embracing it. Let's see every mistake not as a dead end, but as a detour leading us to a better path. Your failures do not decrease your value. They refine it. They are the chapters in your story that build character, strength, and wisdom. The next time you stumble, the next time something doesn't go to plan, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this is part of the process. This is you learning. This is you growing. This is you becoming the person you are meant to be. Your journey is unique, and every single step forward or seemingly backward is a crucial part of it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a new perspective on failure. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you live your best life. And share your own stories of learning from failure in the comments below. I'd love to read them. Until next time, keep growing.
Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Your support is the motivation for the channel to continue sharing. See you in the next videos. Bye-bye.